Reggie was just like any other pet dog until his owner tragically passed away. Now he roams the street in search of food, with harsh weather conditions beating against his fur. But then, fate took a turn. Would Reggie be able to survive what was coming? Reggie truly needed a miracle to happen. Let's see what happens next in this video. Before the most awful event in Reggie's life took place, Reggie lived comfortably with his family, eating good meals regularly and enjoying the love and attention of everyone. On one Christmas holiday, this family of 5, Daniel, Michelle, their 2 kids, Judy and Loy, alongside Reggie, decided to go on a short trip. Daniel was a very busy doctor, so the family barely had outings together. So, they traveled to a fun fair in Alaska. It had a lot of sights, circus, movies, and other interesting events, and Reggie wasn't left out as he accompanied the family wherever they went. So how did Reggie's life change? Reggie stayed with the kids as they played games with their parents, took the terror rides together. They ran around excitedly and Reggie followed them wherever they went. But some other kids got scared as Reggie was quite huge. And when he ran back and forth towards the kids, some screamed and attracted the security, who advised that Reggie should wait in a separate area meant for pets. So, he stayed there waiting for his family to come pick him up. But sadly, this wait was going to be an unending one. Daniel had an emergency at work and hurriedly booked an early flight. They picked up the kids and hurried off the circus, and suddenly, little Judy screamed halfway through the exit when she remembered they had forgotten to pick up Reggie. So they rushed back and scanned the area, but couldn't find their coffee-colored dog. The security joined in on the search, while reassuring them that Reggie would be found. But time was running out. After an hour of search, Daniel became impatient as his cell phone kept beeping with calls from the hospital, so they had to leave. The kids cried and the parents were sad as well, but the officials promised to help them find Reggie, and they traveled back to Alaska feeling really bad. Now, where was Reggie? While he sat down waiting for the kids to finish their games, he suddenly noticed they weren't at the game spots any longer. So Reggie ran to alert the parents, but they weren't there either. So he went around the fun fair in search of his family. Reggie was a smart dog, so after sitting down hoping they would find him, he decided to go back to where the car was parked and waited. But alas, he missed his way and headed towards the wrong parking spot. Now, while everyone departed the building, Reggie got tired of barking and whimpering. A few persons patted and gave him food as they passed, but this was about to be the order of the day for Reggie. He wandered into the street as the lights of the fun fair were put out, and he found a spot to lie behind a building. Days and nights turned into weeks, but Reggie had hoped that his family would find him one day, hug him tightly and take him home. But this hope started fading as the months went by. Daniel and Michelle later got divorced in January, and with so many arguments and plans about the kids' custody, it seemed they had forgotten about the search for Reggie. Now, people threw meals at Reggie some days, and other days, he went in search of food at eateries and picnics, but he got chased away or injured and even caught a cold. His appearance started to change almost immediately as he wasn't used to such hard living. He almost got run over by a speeding car one evening and sustained some injuries. Now with untreated sores, overgrown furs, and weak bones, people no longer paid attention to him. Unlike in the earlier days, he barely ate and the weather condition got worse. Reggie was a shadow of himself. There didn't seem to be any light at the end of this tunnel, and Reggie started looking so bony that people avoided looking at him, while some already thought he was dead. He stopped standing in search of food and just lay still waiting for the inevitable. But miracles happen, and this miracle was a young middle-aged woman called Sarah. She got into an early flight to Alaska one day to pay her family for a surprise visit. Little did she know that a rescue mission was already in motion. Sarah was a part of an animal rescue team based in the States, and they had saved so many animals in different places in the world. Sarah had a special love for animals and hated to see them suffer. She decided to stop her taxi a few blocks from her family's house, as she wanted to relive some memories. But Sarah noticed that the area had greatly changed for the worse, with cracked walls and dirt on the street. Just before she made a turn, she sighted a brown heap that moved a little, and that when she realized that it was a dog and not dirt. She was shocked, as she had seen so many horrible conditions of animals, but this was really bad. Reggie was a German Shepherd, and this breed of dogs do not do well alone without their owners, so this one had to be a survivor of some sort, she thought. She walked towards him, but he didn't even run away from her. Reggie just lay there unconcerned and in pain. She noticed the injuries around his legs and eye area, and also a chain around his neck reading Reggie. She squatted close to him and tried to get his attention. A few minutes later, the ambulance she called arrived, and they looked surprised as well. They didn't think he'll survive but took him to the clinic all the same. Sarah waited while the vet treated and bound his wounds. Then she carried him into her taxi back home. After Sarah left Alaska, she took Reggie with her home and started looking after him while hoping he would finally regain strength and health. Reggie barely ate and lay still most days. She always met his meals untouched, but she kept trying. Sarah felt strongly that if he could survive those harsh conditions on the street, then it only took some more time for Reggie to fully recover. And she was right. For at the end of the month, Reggie started eating his meals, standing up to walk a little, and even barked a few times. Sarah felt so happy. Reggie now seemed to trust her more, and her relationship with Reggie grew stronger, so she decided to keep him. He grew his furs back and added weight too, and whenever she got back home from work, there was always a cheerful Reggie running towards her and barking happily. Are you like Sarah, or you know someone like her? What would you do when you find a stray like Reggie? Tell us in the comment section below, and also like and subscribe to this channel.